So here we have a redox reaction. So today we are going to discuss about the redox reaction. I think somebody is messaging. Wait a second. Huh? Nobody is there. Nobody is in waiting room. No. Okay. Okay. So redox reaction. See, I'm going to define redox reaction over here. Okay. So here, the reaction in which, yeah, those reaction in which those reaction in which reduction and oxidation reaction takes place simultaneously. Are called as redox reaction. Are called as redox reaction. Understood? So the reaction,
Yes,
see,
sir.
oxidation and reduction takes place in a same chemical reaction simultaneously, are called as redox reaction. So here we have written this definition in blue color. You have to write this one. Okay, it is definition. Okay, now see, oxidation means substance loses electron. It is given over here, or it may gain oxygen or loses hydrogen. Okay, these three conditions, if any one of them takes place, then it will be the oxidation reaction. Reduction is just opposite of oxidation reaction. Here, substance gain electron or loses oxygen or gains hydrogen atom, then there will be the reduction reaction. If any one of them get fulfilled, then that will be the reduction reaction. Now, if we will take example, oxidizing and reducing agent. So those chemical species, suppose we'll take with the help of one example. Okay, Hemant, why it is again going and coming back? Hemant, Hemant, Hemant,
Sir.
You are disconnecting again and again. Why, beta? Is some network problem?
Sir, I'm facing. Yes, sir. Network issue, sir.
Okay, okay. And we have Hemant and others. So we'll take example of Hemant and others. So here, Hemant and others are two friends. Someday Hemant required, he was buying some book and he was lacking some of money. So he borrowed from others. Okay, like Hemant borrowed 100 rupees from others. Okay, just we are taking one example. Huh? So see, here these rupees are nothing but let they are electron. And others and Hemant are nothing but the chemical species. So if others is giving 100 rupees to Hemant, then Hemant is getting reduced and other is getting oxidized. Is it or not? Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But if Hemant is not going to take 100 rupees, whether this others will going to oxidize? No. Okay. Is it or not? So Hemant is getting reduced and others is getting Hemant to get reduced. That's why others is called as reducing agent. See, if Hemant will not borrow 100 rupees then from others, then others will oxidize? No, absolutely not. Is it?
Sir, once allow Samath in.
See, others has given 100 rupees to Hemant. Means others is losing money or electron. That means others is getting oxidized. Okay. And Hemant is accepting or borrowing 100 rupees from others. That means Hemant is getting reduced. Is it? But in a reduction of Hemant, who is helping? Others. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
So others will act as a reducing agent. Here others is getting oxidized, but help, or we can say, and causes oxidation, reduction to the Hemant. See, others is getting oxidized and causes reduction to Hemant. That's why it is reducing agent. Reducing agent. And here, if we'll help, we can understand here, Hemant is getting reduced by accepting electron or rupees from the others. Then Hemant causing oxidation of others. Hemant is causes oxidation of others. That means Hemant getting reduced and help in oxidation of others. That's why it is oxidizing agent. It acts as a oxidizing agent. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Samarth is not in meeting room, na?
He sent a message in group, sir.
Okay, but he is not in meeting room.
Who sir? I am here, sir.
Okay. Okay. So understood this
I was
concept?
just
Okay.
a notebook.
Okay. Have you understood this concept about Hemant and others?
No,
More?
sir. Please repeat it.
One more time?
Yes, sir. I was not there. Please repeat it.
Okay. See, Hemant is taking 100 rupees from others. See here. Someday Hemant required 100 rupees and he borrowed from others. Means others is giving 100 rupees to Hemant. Means others is losing money, na?
Yes, sir.
Just consider money as an electron and others as a chemical species. So chemical species which loses electron means oxidation takes place.
Yeah.
Okay. And Hemant is accepting electron. So again, Hemant is nothing but a chemical species and it is gaining electron, means it is getting reduced. Okay. But
Yes.
Hemant is getting reduced but helps others in its oxidation. Okay. That's why Hemant act as a oxidizing agent. Yes. Likewise, others is getting oxidized and causes reduction of Hemant. That's why others is acting as a reducing agent. Okay. So those chemical species, they get oxidized and causes reduction of others are called as reducing agent. And those species, they get reduced by gain of electron and causes oxidation of other species are called as oxidizing agent.
All right. Got it.
So let me write the definition for oxidizing and reducing agent.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Here, oxidizing agent. You have to write it down also, very important. Oxidizing agent. It is AGENT. Yeah? oxidizing agent. So those chemical species which get reduced by gain of electron and causes oxidation to other species, other chemical species. Are called as oxidizing agent. Okay, and now we'll discuss about the reducing agent. Reducing agent. So those chemical species which get oxidized by loss of electron and causes reduction of other chemical species. Are called as reducing agent. Understood, beta?
Yes, sir. But just wait a minute. I am noting it down.
Okay.
Done, sir. You may continue.
Okay. Everybody done? You can take a screenshot also. Done?
Done.
Answer.
Okay. So I hope you have understood very well about oxidizing and reducing agent. Any doubt here?
No doubt, sir.
Okay. Whenever you will get forget, just remember the example of Hemant and others. You will get, memorize about what is oxidizing and reducing agent. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what is given here? See, oxidizing agent. A substance that oxidize another substance and self get reduced. Means those species they get reduced by gain of electron and causes oxidation to other species. Is called as oxidizing agent. Yeah, are called as oxidizing agent. Whereas those substances which get reduced and causes oxidation to other species, okay, are reducing agent. Okay. The substance get reduced, reduce other species and they get oxidized. Okay, such species are called as reducing agent. Example, now we will understand with the help of example. So I'm going to zoom it now. Okay, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see here,
Yes, sir.
we have ferrous. So I'm going to write the same reaction here. Let me scroll it down little side so that we will get the space for the explanation. Okay. See, here we have ferrous. Ferrous is in solid form. I'm not writing the solid and aqueous form. I'm just writing the chemical species only. So
Yeah.
ferrous, when reacting with copper sulfate, CuSO4, okay, they form ferrous sulfate and copper is get separated here. Okay, so see here ferrous do have it is any charges here? No, means it have oxidation state 0. It have oxidation state 0. That means ferrous has in reactant side do not loses either gain electron. That means it have power or oxidation state is 0. But here if C in sulfate group SO4, here 2 minus charge is present. You know how? You know, or you know it, or I have to explain it?
No, sir. I know.
You know, sulfate group contain -2 charge. Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see how I'm just explaining. See, oxygen contain -2 charge. One oxygen atom contain -2 charge. Here we have 4 oxygen atom. So -2 into 4, total charge on 4 oxygen atom will be -8. Okay, see here -2 charge is shown on the top of the sulfate group. That means from here two oxygen, two negative charge I am going to separate here. What will remain here? -6 charge. So -6 charge will have to be neutralized. That means sulfur will having +6 charge. So +6, negative 6 will get cancelled. So total charge remaining on SO4 will be -2. So here SO4 contain -2 charge. So it is neutral. FeSO4 is neutral. So we have to neutralize or we have to make this -2 as a 0. So for that, on ferrous, there must be +2 charge have to be present. See, +2 and -2, total charge will be 0. So here total 0 charge is shown. That means ferrous is having in FeSO4 +2 charge. If we will compare oxidation state of ferrous on reactant as well as on product side. So in reactant side we have 0 charge, but in product side we have +2 charge. So we can write here ferrous is converted into Fe2 plus ion by loss of 2 electron. Okay, so see, loss of electron takes place means it is oxidation reaction. It is oxidation reaction, but oxidation takes place here. This ferrous act as a reducing agent. See, its oxidation takes place, but okay, and it causes reduction to other species. That's why it is reducing agent. In case of copper, see here copper have 2 plus charge. Here copper have 2 plus charge because SO4 having -2 charge. But in product side, we are seeing that there is no charge on copper, means total charge on copper on product side is 0. If we will compare charge on copper on reactant side and product side, so the oxidation state of copper, it decreases from +2 to 0. That means we can write here, I'm going to write here, copper Cu contain 2 plus charge on reactant side, but in product side it do not contain any charge, means total charge on product side is 0. So we have to write, we have to place C. Why 0? Because it gains 2 electron. It gains 2 electron and convert into C. 2 electron will gain, total charge will become 0 and will appear in a copper form. See, +2 charge on copper on reactant side, but in product side there is no charge, means gain of electron takes place here. Gain of electron takes place, means it is reduction reaction. Okay, so copper is getting reduced and ferrous is getting oxidized. Okay, so here we can write ferrous is getting oxidized. So I'm going to write here oxidation. Okay, oxidation. And copper is getting reduced. So it is reduction reaction.
Okay, sir. Redox reaction.
Okay, so in this reaction, oxidation and reduction, both the reaction takes place simultaneously. That's why it is redox reaction. That's why it is redox reaction. See, copper is getting reduced. That means it will act as an oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent. Whereas ferrous is getting oxidized, that means it is reducing agent. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see here,
Yes, sir.
it is given here, ferrous loses 2 electron to form Fe2 plus ion, means oxidation. Therefore, it is acting as a reducing agent. Whereas copper 2 plus ion gains 2 electron and forms copper. So its oxidation state decreases from +2 to 0. That means it gains electron, means reduction takes place. If it is reduction, then it is acting as a oxidizing agent. Understood?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. In next reaction, we have ZnO when combines with copper. Okay. So see, copper, zinc here having 2 plus charge, or on the basis of loss or gain of oxygen, we will understand it is redox or not. So here we have zinc with oxygen on reactant side, but if we'll compare on product side, there is oxygen is lost by zinc. Is it? Means it is getting reduced. So I'm writing here only R. RED. Okay, that means reduction takes place of oxygen. Whereas if we see carbon on reactant side, it is in indivisible form, but in product side, it is with oxygen, means it combines with oxygen. Therefore, oxidation takes place here. Oxidation. Okay, if it is oxidation, see here, ZnO reduced to zinc. See, it is getting reduced. That's why it is it acts as a oxidizing agent. So it is causing itself reduction. So it will act as a oxidizing agent. I'm going to write over here. See here it is written over here. ZnO is oxidizing agent, whereas copper oxidized to CO means its oxidation takes place. That means it will act as a reducing agent. Reducing agent. So this is the reaction where again oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. That's why it is again a redox reaction. One note is not connecting. Let me check what is the problem there. Wait a second, beta, wait a second. Yes, now it is connected. It is visible screen. Is screen is visible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes,
have you understood about oxidation and reduction reaction and redox reaction?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any doubt? If you do have any doubt, just ask me. We'll solve the doubt.
So can you give one more example for reduction reaction and oxidation reaction?
Oxidation and reduction reaction. Yeah. Wait a second. See here we have again one more reaction here. It is a part of exothermic, but it is also a redox reaction. So we have aluminium. When it reacts with ferric oxide, it is Fe2O3. Okay. it gives AlO3, Al2O3, it is alumina, it is Al2O3 aluminum oxide along with ferrous, and heat is liberated. That's why it is called as exothermic. But here we have to check the oxidation and reduction. See here, on aluminum we have zero charge, is it? And on ferrous, on product side we have zero charge. Now we have to check charge on ferrous here. See, or we can say here aluminum is combines with oxygen. Okay, see, is it? On reactant side, if we compare, and product side, aluminum is combining with oxygen. That's why it is oxidation reaction. It is oxidation reaction. And here ferrous is, removing or getting separated from the oxygen. That's why it is reduction reaction. Okay, so most of the reaction they are taking place, they are oxidation, reduction, or maybe redox reaction. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now we will discuss the next type of reaction, and which is endothermic and exothermic reaction. So we will have to understand first. Listen now. We had completed 36 minutes. So we have only 4 minutes, and in 4 minutes it's not going to complete. So I'm going to disconnect, and then we will reconnect within a minute to continue the endothermic and exothermic reaction. Okay. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
yeah. So we're going to disconnect and then reconnect again. Within a minute, I want everybody have to reconnect.